How can you let go and detach? When you want to be with a person so bad, or your dream job, or financial security, how can you not be attached to the outcome? Because you probably know those people who tell you to don't care or play it cool, or keep your emotional distance. But this is simply not working, right? It's nothing you can fake. You cannot simply put a mask on yourself and suppress what's going on inside. And even if you manage to do so, going through life numbing out your feelings is neither healthy nor making you really happy, right? But what if it's not necessarily the person, the dream job, or the abundance you need to detach from? What if you can change your perspective on your desire and therefore shift the energy you send out to allow your desires to come to you? If you're new here, welcome to Find Your Inner Panda. My name is Tan and this channel is all about spirituality and self-growth. Let's have a look at this issue from a spiritual and a psychological point of view. And I hope that at least one of them can help you shift your energy. We start with the spiritual one. Buddha said, attachment is the root of suffering. This is a quote people sometimes get wrong, and they think it's about not feeling anything and not engaging in deep, intimate relationships. But that's not true, right? Because Buddhism is all about compassion, love, and connection. But you can also translate this quote with acquisition is the root of suffering. I think this is already making the difference clearer. In terms of relationship, it may be your attempt to make the other person yours instead of letting them find their own path. It's the attempt of keeping people or things exactly the way they are now, permanently, though change is the only constant. So the need to control things or people causes the distress and the suffering. And when it comes to money, it's the attachment to the money itself what causes the problem, because it's never going to be enough. When you reach a certain amount in your bank account, your mind will probably say, okay, fine, but well, more would be better, and so on. But if it's not about the money itself and you need the money to provide for someone else, like raising your children and offering them good opportunities in life, or you want to use money for greater good, the energy you send out is different because your intention behind wanting the money is different. So you don't repel the energy. There is a greater cause, there's a greater good. So in spiritual terms, you can let go of the need to control and instead trust the universe's plan and the universe's timeline for you. Stay in the present moment, in the now. Enjoy your life now. Future is not promised to anyone, and the past is the past. So be kind, loving and compassionate, and be open to receive what life has to offer to you. Enjoy the process of getting to your goals and trust that the universe is always going to see the effort you put in. Now we come to the psychological point of view. Let's get an example. Let's say you apply for your dream job, or you meet someone where you think this is the person you want to spend your life with. Have you then ever thought, I cannot mess this up. This is so important, it has to work. And then you kind of try to read the other person and to understand what would make them like you and what they expect from you. And suddenly you appear kind of needy, clingy and weird because you focus on the other person so much that you totally ignore who you are and what your needs are. And you just end up chasing the other person's approval so bad that they go like, "Ooh, easy, give me space to breathe." I mean, you would also run, right? So what happened? What happened is the story you tell yourself about the object of your desire. If I don't get this, I will never be happy. I will be alone forever. I am not worthy. So you put the other one on the pedestal. So the first step in overcoming your attachment is to acknowledge and accept it is there without judging yourself, and try to understand why you feel attached. What emotional needs get fulfilled by staying attached? What do you fear? Do you fear the rejection, not being loved, not feeling worthy? Do you seek validation from the other person? Same with money. Money provides a feeling of security and freedom, so it can surely make you feel attached when you don't feel secure and free in yourself. So it's not about the object itself, it's about the meaning that you give your object of desire. It's about the meaning you project on them. So be aware of this difference. Bring the focus back to yourself. Your worthiness is not determined by anything outside. Seek the validation within yourself. It's totally okay to reach out to the person you love and to engage in your relationship. But don't do this out of fear or because you need a certain reaction of the other person to feel better. Build your own supporting system. Engage in self-care and self-love practices and talk to friends and family who can support you, or seek for professional help for emotional relief. And overall, be patient with yourself. Letting go is a process and it just takes time. So give yourself the time you need. If you found something helpful today, please like and subscribe for more, and feel free to share which perspective helps you more in letting go. See you next time. Bye!